And there we go.
Great.
The music is still playing, by the way.
It is.
Yeah,
Now
there you go.
All right. Well, I don't think it is anymore.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure what happened was you need to set the. You don't have the things on different scenes. I think you just have the video on top.
No, the video is in a different. It is in a different scene. And when I left, it did, like, I looked through my audio mixer and that source was no longer there. The problem was that it was still running on my end, so I had to mute it manually.
I see. We can
So
troubleshoot that later.
no, that's just a simple thing. It's just I can't turn on you guys until I turn off the music. That's all there is to it.
Nom, 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 nom.
Why did you meow?
Cat.
Look at my cat. He's really enjoying himself.
You have a friend.
I do have a friend. He's being a really good boy.
Denton, something
Yeah?
has occurred to me.
What has occurred to you?
Well, we have
Oh, he's leaving now. I'm really sad. Okay, goodbye, friend.
when we have people who are not here, we should have some sort of avatar for them. Because now we just have this blank space under you on the stream because your chat
That
is
is a
not here.
plastic bag, and you cannot eat it.
All right.
This is going to be a good
But-
VOD.
a picture of the boy there instead.
I could. I just must find.
Yeah, we can sort that out later.
We could sort that out later. For now, we're actually back. We're doing this.
Let's find out what happened to Alex Augusto during the entirety of all the shit that went down last stream.
So, during last session,
Do you know anything that happened? What?
we've asked
Holy
him.
fucking shit! How many times you guys
Yeah,
asked that?
We've asked him that 3 separate times today.
Yeah, today.
Okay, but was I here? No one had any.
Hey, one of those
Anyone
was
see
when you were
evidence?
unmuted.
My mic was muted. Oh, was it?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? Then maybe there was some evidence. You know what?
So, here's what went down a little bit before everything else went down. During the party, while it was still at its height, while Josiah and one of the huntresses was talking about like where they like to go to fish and everything, and Chad and Maverick were busy drinking upstairs, and the boys were getting up to shit. The Wandering Reeds
Yeah.
finished their set, and while I'm assuming that Alex would have been having like he grabbed something from the bar, maybe not something to drink, but definitely
No,
some
Alex
like
is drinking. I remember
Alex
what
is-
happened beforehand.
Alex
I
is-
needed a drink.
Alex is drinking. You have like you have like a thing of like you also have some like bar food with you, like pretzels or something. And you're just drinking like are you drinking wine? Are you drinking ale? Did you ask for like some kind of special mixed drink?
I'm pretty sure you're sipping on Alistair's Good.
I'm not sipping on Alistair's good because I need to remember what happens tonight. But no, I mean it's a party. I'm drinking wine.
All right, you're having a glass of wine. You know, it's however not in a glass. It is in a like a cold iron mug.
The French are in shambles right now. Continue.
Like literally, they like the barkeep. You ask for you ask for a wine, and they say bottle or glass, and you say do you get a bottle or glass?
I look at Denny, I say more. And then he passes me the fucking cauldron.
So but what he does is he goes and he grabs a bottle of wine, and which is just stored on like a wine rack behind the bar. But then he goes to some kind of Magitech vessel, like very much looks like a cool an ice box of some kind. It's lined on the inside with just ice crystals, and they grab a rag and then pick out like pick out one of these black iron mugs, close the door, and just instantly it's just covered in frost. And they pour you a thing of wine, hand you the bottle, hand you the mug.
Thank you, my good man.
Very happy to help. Anything else I can get for you? We got lots of other stuff. Food, more drink, just snacks.
I'll definitely be back, but no, this is good for now.
Understood. You take the wine. You start to drink a little bit. It's very good. It's sweet, but not overpoweringly so, and a little. It's got some like, kind kind of has like notes of raspberry at the back end. It's very good. Very dark, but not like obviously black, like a maroon color. It's good. It's good wine. And then you're sipping on your wine. Kiera just takes the seat in the bar next to you. Hey.
How's it going, Kira?
I'm doing pretty
Wonderful set you played as always.
I'm glad. I was actually just coming over to talk with you about that. I wanted some notes from a fellow performer. It's not too often I get to talk with someone who knows their way around, the art of like not only giving a performance, but being able to give a performance and then pack everything up and then move on to the next spot and, make sure you're hitting all your gigs on the schedule and everything.
I mean, it seems to be easier for you than it was for me. You just appear places. I had to walk my ass up to town from town.
It's not quite appearing, but yeah, we'll go with that for now. Somehow from like right now, if you've forgotten, Kiera is adorned in an
I'll be real honest with you. I don't remember what Kira looks like in the sled.
So
I always remember her as resembling Terra from Final Fantasy VI.
So the best way I've designed Kiera is they are stick thin, have just big brown eyes, like bright, almost gold-colored eyes. Just a perpetual smile that just makes you know they're always up to something. Green hair, like dark green, not like neon green, like a dark almost emerald or like forest green. Right now it's done up in like a crown braid with a couple of like loops and ornamentation in it, like beads and gems and whatnot. They're tall. They're maybe like 2 inches taller than Alex. And the thing you've always noticed is that they're always wearing black.
Hell yeah.
Like in Ganar, it was a very nicely designed, just like black vest, black suit, kind of like, just like, a very fancy black suit with like a lot of embroidery and like texture to the lapels. In Alexandria, still a suit, but with like an obsidian, it's a bola tie, I think. You've told me this in the past, Dan? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, bolo tie.
Yeah.
Right.
And like a long, just dark, weirdly enough, like, again, black, but like a lighter fabric. Like imagine a duster made of linen and boots that went up like just to below the knees. But now they're wearing a gown. And it is vast and also, like their hair, beaded and covered in texture so that even though it is almost all one color, it is shimmering with like the torchlight and candlelight and any form of magic that is in the area just sparkles across the gown. They're like a prism, but instead of splitting light, any light in the room somehow finds them and reflects off of them. And yet, through it all, there is that deep black of the fabric they wear.
Thank you, Wordsmith. Very cool. What did Kira ask me again?
Kira's like, I have been looking to talk with you about I have been looking to talk.
I don't remember what she asked either.
Yeah, I kind of was just like, ooh, description. Finally, I get to describe one of my favorite characters here. I have actually been wanting to talk with you, if you don't mind, about a lot of the plans that you have, because I understand that right now the Joyous Occasion is kind of in the shop, yeah?
In a matter of speaking, yes. You know, gotta fit the new trimmings.
I understand. So I wanted to see where I want to talk with you about where you're going to be next. I've got some stuff I'm planning on and looking forward to, but I want to make sure that we don't keep just bumping into each other accidentally. It's been very fun, but I want to make sure that, if we are going to bump into each other, that I know it, and maybe I'll be able to actually invite you to more of my shows or our shows.
I seem to find your
When they
show
say
every time
our,
anyway.
they point back, and you see Cecilia, who is just just having a drinking game. Like, she's over on the sitting at the corner of a table with three of the other women of the village around her, and they're all just chugging, and you see people around them just chanting, and two people are already just on the floor kind of clutching their guts.
Well, to be quite honest with you, I already forgot her fucking name. Kiara?
That is correct.
I think this might be the last, let's just say, friendly location my crew plans to be in for a while.
Oh,
Unless you have a tour date on the Isle of Storms or, other Empire-controlled territories, which, take it from me, and Alex's face suddenly gets very serious. Do not tour in the Empire.
would you like to come check over my schedule with me? Marcus has it, though I think he just went outside. He cannot stand alcohol. For such a big guy, you'd think he'd be able to handle it, but no, can't do the stuff at all. It's weird.
Yeah, hold on. Let me do something kind for him real quick. I'm going to drink the entire bottle.
In the background, as he's drinking the entire bottle, you can see Argent and Alistair sneaking through a door backstage.
And
You can't because you're downing a whole bottle.
I have a +5 in notice, Tintin. I see everything, remember?
You see them going back there, but
I have more important things to deal with right now. You two have been bothering me, and Alistair is who I'd consider to be the second biggest adult on the ship. I trust his judgment.
If Arjun is with him, it should be okay.
Physique or will to survive
to alcohol,
drinking this?
physique. Oh, my guy, please take 1 unit of, please just put down on your character card, soon to be hungover.
Yeah, hold on, let me, Yep.
I'm so glad that I've gotten these rolls right off the bat. It's like, yes, the highest of highs, the lowest of lows.
Impending hangover, got it.
Impending hangover, yes. So you and Kira head out the door. It's a kind of jarring feeling walking back outside from inside because, again, space is different in that building. It's larger, so it's there's a little bit of air pressure change. Like, you feel it in your ears. It's just a little odd. And you see Marcus and a couple of the other villagers hanging out. Everyone's having a good time. He's showing off his violin and trying to just playing a few notes and then retesting the tune, kind of almost giving a little lesson in how to play the instrument. And the people are loving it. And Kiera just goes, "Big guy, we need to talk scheduling." And he goes, shit. He looks down at the villagers and goes, "Hey, I'm going to have to go for a bit. But I will be here. So just keep an eye out. We'll continue to talk. I'd love to keep showing you some more stuff and try to find out where the hell you can get one of these. You guys really don't have any, instrument, I don't even, I don't even know what the actual word would be for someone who makes an instrument. I was gonna say like a music smith or an instrument smith or something. Who knows? But he walks over to you and Kiera. So we talking scheduling, talking tours, locations. What are we going over?
Instead, you're conversing with yourself here.
No.
He's
He's trying to talk to you.
Yeah, we wanna figure out where you're going next, because it seems to usually be where I'm going next, and I don't want you to follow me this time.
That is understandable. He pulls out. He goes into one of his pockets and pulls out a piece of paper like an index card and unfolds it and then unfolds it and then unfolds it and unfolds it until it's like just a comic, like a CVS receipt.
It's like, you guys don't have a tour date planned on the Virmana, do you?
He goes, "Oh no, we don't."
Yeah, because you're not here, Daniel the Pillow.
But so we do tend to get close to the Empire at times. I'm assuming that's what you're planning.
Something like that, and as someone who has had the worst experience of my life trying to tour inside Empire's borders, if any of your tour dates are anywhere nearby, fucking cancel them.
Canonically, the Empire hates fun.
Yes.
As they would. You know what you get with fun? Thinks or thoughts. You know what you get with thoughts? Rebellion.
So Marcus just, I'm sure that you're not trying to hide your thoughts, but
No, I'm being very transparent here because I feel like I have to.
yeah, Marcus is just like, I understand, and he sees that, he fully recognizes that, and just goes, okay.
This man might have more current information than I do. I will listen to him.
Yeah, it's like following you, we've kind of learned to trust you. So if this is what you say we ought to do, this is what we ought to do. Regardless, though, we do have something planned for the Blitz Monastery, but I mean that got changed a bit. That was supposed to be like a month ago, but apparently something happened and they couldn't host anyone for a little while. So
Yeah, we happened.
Okay.
I missed the.
You're probably fine to go back now, though, if you can reschedule. The monastery's fine. The beach is covered in broken glass, but that's not really your problem. The actual town is fine.
That's good to
There
know.
might be a very angry puddle under the water too, but you're not afraid of water, right?
No, why would I be afraid of water?
Some people have thalassophobia.
That's
I don't judge.
understandable. That's understandable. The big thing. We were supposed to be. We got hired a little while ago for, one of the pilgrims events. She heard our sound a little while ago while she was out traveling and really liked it. And then, well, the Empire expanded their borders a little bit farther. This was years ago. I'm sorry to bring it up again, but I heard she's on the move again. So I just wanted to.
I heard she's going straight for Alexander.
Okay. We just came from there, so I don't think we're going to
I know you just came from there. You managed to beat me here when I ran out of your concert and ran here.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
I'm not going to question it because you know what happened in my pants in Alexander, but that's why I'm warning you. If something is involved with you following us, you don't want to keep following us right now.
Please roll notice real quick for me.
I'm plus doing this because I have faint points.
'Kay.
7.
7.
That's
Success with style. At the line, you know what happened in my pants. Kiera fails to stifle a laugh.
Yeah, that's fair. I word my sentences very, just very, very deliberately.
But now you also understand exactly what their sense of humor is.
Yes, I understood what their sense of humor is when I met them, Tintin.
Regardless. Yeah, no, I do appreciate the heads up. That's actually going to be very, very helpful. Also, on another note, I've got a question for you aside from scheduling and everything, if it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
We've been wondering about a certain individual who may not have had a run-in with you guys at some point, most likely tangentially. I know that you guys get around. You tend to know
Alex
almost.
pulls out the list that is currently in the known characters part of the Discord and just go ahead.
So, Kiara kind of butts in and goes, "Okay, so have you ever met a weird old guy, carts around a freaky sounding bell,
Pangloss?
Pangloss?
I
Yeah.
haven't.
Who has?
Chad has.
Please roll empathy."
I need to start dumping the stat with the fate points you're not giving us.
Oh, so that's still a 5, though.
Yeah.
So Kiara's face goes from, oh, you know, kind of just curious, asking questions, getting information, to just trying to look normal and like overcorrecting to the point where they look a bit too ecstatic, and it's just like, oh, they're worried. That's
Kiara, I'm
yeah.
going to be very direct and honest with you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Explain to me the deal with Pangloss, because you are not the only one with concerns.
Okay, so he ran into Chad, yes?
Yes.
That is, I will tell you this right now, out the gate, that might be a good thing.
Explain.
However, that is okay. You know the bells.
No, I mean, yes, I know the bells physically. I don't know what their deal is.
Okay.
Didn't we bury 2 of them?
Yes.
No, we buried one of them and we activated one of them.
Oh, yeah.
So, the bells are, how do I put this? Old.
Yes.
Almost as old as dirt. Literally.
Older than dirt.
No, literally. Not quite. They are, like, when I say old as dirt, I don't mean hyperbolically. This is not, I mean, they are not quite as old as soil. They are old, Alex. They're very old.
Are they Zeal old or Proto-Zeal?
They are Proto-Zeal. They are they are older than Zeal.
Alex takes out his notebook. It starts crossing out several things and writes that down.
And
that does mess with some of my existing theories, but go on.
Myself. So you probably understand that we're a little bit in the same way that you and your crew are a little bit more than just sailing artists. We are more than traveling minstrels.
Mm-hmm.
We've been trying to locate the bells, and by extension, Pangloss.
Why?
There have been some texts, extremely hard to find. I'm not talking studies on ancient history. I'm not talking ancient artifact research. I'm talking, you find the things you find in ancient ruins that have described old rituals. Now, the bells themselves aren't apparently evil according to this, but there's something wrong with them. And while not directly related to Pangloss, he's not helping. And I believe if all of them start ringing, something may go wrong.
Well, one of them is broken.
Okay. I doubt
One of
that,
them
but
is
I hope so, rather. I
reduced
hope
to atoms, if that makes you feel better. Or maybe
Excellent.
someone can reforge it.
so. Okay, good, good.
Where was that one at, Tint? That was the one that the diggers were finding, right?
Yeah, that was the one that you guys found under, yeah, that was the one that you guys found in Gunnar.
Yeah, we
I
blasted
pull
the
out my
shit
map,
of
which
it.
is this map.
We didn't reduce it to atoms, but we buried it in the desert in Gunnar.
Yeah, the
Oh,
one that,
right, no, yeah.
yeah,
I
the
was
one that
thinking of
you
the
reduced to
mirror.
atom is the mirror.
Yeah, Argent reduced that thing to atoms.
Okay, no, sorry, my mistake. My
Yeah,
mistake.
blasted
We
the
just
shit out of
buried
it.
it in the ruins.
Did you
The
reduce
mirror that was
something else?
Yeah, there was this mirror that seemed to be able to do something, and we just blew it up.
A
You
wise
need it blown
decision.
up. You know the right guy.
So that's one bell buried under a pile of rubble, and the other.
I point to the southern isle tip of Gunnar and just say, or not, was it? No, that was in Valencia.
Valencia,
in
the other one was
Valencia,
in
yeah.
Valencia.
I point to there and I'm like, there's a tower here that some faceless guys were killing a bunch of Empire people for. And also there was a secret Empire research base in the basement in the ruins of a Zeal aircraft carrier. Obviously I don't say aircraft carrier, but I can't think of a better euphemism for what it is.
Yeah, some enormous Zeal vessel.
There was a big bell there, locked in a room that the faceless guys wanted us to open. We opened it up. My short, dumb friend decided to try to eat the bell. I hit them with a fireball and knocked them out, dragged them out of the room, and said to the faceless guy, "The room is open and we're leaving." And they're like, "Good, thank you."
That was a lot.
Yes.
I cannot imagine. Okay.
I left out maybe 80% of that story.
As I feel you should have. You are extremely good at summarizing, Alex.
Alex has the chance to do the funny thing because I haven't done the funny thing in a very long time.
Would you like a fate point to do the funny thing?
Oh no.
What are you
Do I have
trying?
to roll the bookshelf out? Because I know it's there.
Roll for it for kicks. I mean, all you need is a 2. You've got like a +1.
Yeah, there we go.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. You pull out the bookshelf.
Alex reaches into his big pockets, grabs the bookshelf, pulls it out, puts it on the table, and he's like, "If you come across these books during your travel," I point to one book, I point 6 books down. That is about the story of that adventure.
May I borrow it?
Sure,
Here you go, kid.
I'm going to see you again, so I'm getting these back.
Cool. Oh, wait a minute. Marcus! Yeah? Kira nods for him to come over, and he's like, oh.
You have a book, don't you?
Yep.
Okay.
He
See it.
reaches into a pocket, pulls out a book, and he goes, it's a very weird one. Not in a bad way, just strange. He hands you the book.
What colors?
What
White.
color is it?
It is white.
Purple, orange, silver, blue. Who's white? Okay, Tintin. Is white someone we know?
No.
Okay.
The only
Is it
person.
opening?
No.
Okay. Great. Another book I can't identify that doesn't open. I put it at the bottom next to the green book.
So they normally do that? They just don't open?
From what I've gathered, they don't open until the events in the book transpire. Because, as you know, you cannot write a story that hasn't happened yet.
But the
Who
books.
the hell is white?
Oh, I'm getting
Strange.
a phone call.
Okay.
This would normally be a good time to cut over to the rest of us and see what we're doing, but the events that we're doing have already transpired.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the threads of fate continue on their merry path.
Like, everyone here but Wasp knows what's going on right now. I would say we're, like, getting close to the part where Argent destroys a thing.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, usually.
He's going to walk back in and it's just gonna be happening. Because I think you're all in the building still when we left off.
The rest of us are, yeah.
Yeah. Or when we ended last session, you guys were all still inside.
We were about to leave, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright, cool. You have a new book.
Yes. I put the bookshelf minus 6 books plus 1 in my backpack, or back in my pocket.
Yep.
I should have made this a backpack, but the pockets are way funnier.
We do this for the joke, so it's good.
The fact that we can just jump into your pants.
Really funny.
Kiera laughing. Could you give me a notice roll, Alex?
You bet I can.
Good. As one should. Hot damn, that's nice. Okay, so the double doors to the longhouse are still open, and you see that inside the lights have gone down. There's a kind of excuse me. There's a kind of like chanting, like very soft, just everyone's saying words, and the light coming from inside. And then you hear a couple of startled gasps. Actually, no, we need to start a little bit further back. So I'll keep going. You hear a couple of startled gasps, and what sounds like one of Argent's energy blasts and a whole bunch of crumbling wood.
I sprint into the longhouse.
You walk into the longhouse, and
Sprint into the longhouse.
Give me an athletics roll. You vault up the stair, like you just leap up the stairs and land feet first in the building. And inside, you see everyone kind of arrayed around. I think there's a shattered palanquin on the center of the stage. Behind it, you see Alistair. Hovering in the air in front of it, you see Argent. On the ground below.
You wouldn't see me. I was backstage at this point.
You were backstage. Okay. Standing directly in front of the stage where the palanquin would have been just now is Chad. I think Uzziah is just vibing.
Vibing with my food.
Vibing with his food as the world crumbles around him. And above it all, like hovering just right there in the center of everything is this, not so much a figure, but just like a shade. And it's talking from everywhere. And the torches go out, and it's screaming at Argent, and Argent is screaming back. And then suddenly, like a mist, it just flows past you. Light out the doors. Light returns to the longhouse, and everyone is kind of freaking out.
Alex has his sword drawn already.
Yep.
So we have merged the parties now, or is this the time where we need all 6 of us?
I want to allow the recap. I will allow the recap.
Cool.
In character recap, no less. So you've walked back inside. There's commotion. Everything's kind of like crazy right now. Chad and his mom are talking. Josiah gets up from his food to go meet up with the rest of the guys. You're going to meet up with Argent in kind of the area by the stage. Alistair walks out from backstage.
Yeah, when you see Alistair, he looks more haggard than you have ever seen him. Like, he's not in a good place right now. He looks messed up, which is weird because it's not like a fight has just happened, but he doesn't look good. Like, he's all disheveled, he's hyperventilating, he looks tired. Some weird shit just happened with him.
I look at the both of you and just say, "Will one of you please explain to me what the hell is going on?"
Good question.
I
don't
think
know.
I look at you and I just go, not speaking with an accent, with my normal accent at all, by the way. I just go, I think we need to go kill a god.
Which one?
A fake one.
Fake one, which is imitating the worst one.
You only say that because you don't like secrets.
Yeah, well, they're bad.
So not the worst one, then. I look straight at you.
Okay. In what definition? Which one do you think is the worst one then?
Tintin, lore check.
Lore check. +2. A 7. What is your question?
So
Is
I don't know the name. However, I've heard whispers of a god they only refer to as the Destruction Bringer, or the End of Times.
It was known as the End Incarnate. It was known as the Breaker of Kingdoms. It is known as the Beast who with its many arms forged a hammer of crowns and death.
Oh, so it's Shura.
God, that last line was pretty good. I would consider the worst one the one that was known as... God, can I get that one more time?
The beast who with its many arms forged a hammer of crowns and death.
I'm never going to deliver it as well as you will, so just imagine I said that. They called it the Kingdom Breaker, and I'm glad that I've never seen or heard of it again.
Where did you heard of it in the first place? Why haven't I heard of it at all?
Most people haven't heard of it.
It's better that way.
Very true.
For exceedingly obvious reasons, I very strongly disagree. What? So now there's not only a secret 9th, there's a secret 10th.
I believe that there are actually 12. I think there are 12.
You think there are 12?
I don't know a lot about 11 and 12. However,
Also,
yeah, because there are normally 10. There are normally 10.
As a lore bit, just for the characters, just for the players, rather, there are 9 that are commonly known. Odin is number 10 that most people don't know about.
But thanks to a couple of friends of yours, revelations abound.
And at an out-of-game level, there are 2 more that we have heard about in very faint whispers, but do exist. If you look at extremely ancient text, you will see the gods, like the symbol of the gods is a 12-sided figure. Dodecahedron. Or whatever the fuck a 12 is.
No, yeah. Could you real quick just No, we'll wait on that one. I'll hold that one back. You guys have things to do.
I look at Alex and I'm like, yeah, apparently there's a woman who goes by the name Umbralis who has been abusing, well, I assume the powers of Odin to shroud the land of Calient in mystery and portray themselves as a god. At least I assume it's a woman. It was a female voice. It may have been an illusion. I'm not sure.
I'm going to assume based solely on the fact that it's the women of Calient.
Yes, fair.
That's how they remain hidden from view.
Well, and she also seems to have done something weird and bad to Chad and possibly other members of this whole town, seeing as it might have something to do with Chad's odd fuzziness around certain things. And you. But it seemed to be a different trigger for you, Alistair. Whatever she was doing specifically had you in a lot of pain.
It was coming into such close contact with a massive power of Odin that I haven't been that close to in quite a while. It didn't feel good.
I'm sorry, I can't take your voice seriously because I'm just thinking of, in other words,
I'm putting on like a kind of haggard sounding voice.
Yeah, I know.
Frankly, you sound terrible and you need to rest.
I need to meditate.
You need to do both.
I can do both.
I know.
Like Alistair at this point is like, he starts walking away and he's like, I need to be alone for a little while, and you hear him grumbling under his breath. Do a notice check, just anyone that wants to.
Are you gonna run this as a deceive, or are you going to run this as a?
No, just a general notice.
Okay. Just yeah. So
Yeah,
they're
like-
not
like
rolling against
Alex-
something. All they need is a 2. That's all they needed.
Yeah. Alex would hear what I'm grumbling, so would Argent. As he's walking away, he's just like, I have to reconnect with something, a part of myself I haven't seen in a long time.
Alex just nods and be like, I know that feeling too well, touching his sword.
Should someone keep an eye on him?
I don't know where he's going. We don't have a room in this town.
I double my thought. I reiterate my previous statement.
If you want to
Chad-
follow him,
Yeah,
like
no,
you
I
can.
follow him. It's like,
Wait,
hey, buddy, where are you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow that. So you just walk off and be like, I need to do the hard thing. You're like, maybe not.
Chad's mom actually walks over and goes, because this was iterated during the last session. Okay, that was a lot. So I'm going to
Always
just.
is.
Oh yes, I see that now. She actually looks over at Alex and is like, you and I are going to specifically talk about the amount of a lot later. However, I have a few I have a spare room, a couch, and several extra pairs of sheets lying around if, for whatever reason, you all need a place to crash.
Did she walk over before I walked away?
No, you're walking away. I'm gonna run up and tell you that you actually have somewhere to go now.
Because no, she did tell you guys this last time. I'm just trying to
Okay.
get it back
So
in there.
I
Like
would
I'm
have
now having to
knowledge of this.
stitch the timeline back together roughly.
Okay.
And
Since we're assuming that I'm still here for this bit.
yes.
Okay.
So,
I just look at her and I go, all right, great. I'll be on your roof. And then I start walking away.
what if it rains?
I look around at the sky, completely clear sky.
Yeah, weirdly enough, not weirdly. It is just a very clear night. It's kind of chilly. It's very comfortable.
He's an
Also-
edgy grandpa. He's
Does-
not water insoluble.
Does Tatiana find it weird at all that I'm no longer speaking with my very noticeable Alexandrian accent?
It's very likely that she didn't notice. Hold on, I'm going to make her roll to notice.
Yeah. However, we have a mechanic where we can roll to know things.
Yeah. I feel like I don't even know if it's the biggest weird thing that's happened in the past 20 minutes on her list. You had a minor heart attack. Her son had like an mini existential crisis, and
Mini?
small child turned into had dragon blasted things. He probably knows.
Yeah,
Although it would be funny
she
to see
did
the
notice
look.
it, and she's just like you say, "I'm going to be on your roof." She turns back to Alex. Is he okay?
No.
Okay.
No.
Are you okay?
Also, no.
Looks over to Uzziah. You okay?
He's fine.
Okay.
I'm having good time.
I'm glad that you're still enjoying the festivities. She looks at you eating what looks like some kind of fish head.
You hear a slurping noise and the eye is gone.
She looks at Argent. Should I
Never
ask?
okay.
Okay.
You had a question.
Chad's mom was asking if everyone's okay. It just looked at you, and I just responded for you of the kid's never okay.
Yeah, no, that's correct. Can I have like a cloak or something? I need you to know that my brain was in character mode, so I literally raised my hand in real life and I was like, why am I doing this?
She looks at you, she looks at Argent, raising his hand and goes, yes, but most of them are going to be in either my size or Chad's size. So...
Yeah, that's fine. I just need like my face and the rest of me to calm down a little bit. So
Okay.
Oh yeah, because you're all dragon face right now.
yeah, it's exceedingly.
The
he's exceedingly
scales are like
spicy at the
all
moment.
over, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she... Give me a moment. I now need to do this. Never expected a character I play to require these stats, yet here I am.
Resources. zero.
I, however, do not have it on me at the moment, so we will have to just go back to the house for now if you want it.
Okay. He's just gonna like make the scarf into a little hood.
Did you break your mask? What happened to your
I
mask?
don't know where it went. I don't remember why I don't have it.
You haven't had it for a little bit, I think.
I think it was something about the heist, the mini heist of her house.
Yeah.
Are you forgetting the fact that you're walking next to a man that has an entire department store in his pants?
Hey! Someone else could have answered my question. It didn't have to be her. I will puppy dog the cat.
Like, literally,
dog
you don't
eyes
even
the
have to
cat.
ask. Alistair has reached down Alex's pants like 18 times.
Hey,
Listen,
I'm
you
going
may
to
be
ignore what you
comfortable
just
reaching
said
into
for my
the
own
pants.
mental sanity. I'll be
Please
back
get
in
a
5
fate
minutes.
point!
Thank you.
I'll be back in 5.
Okay. And because you have said that... Kira did not notice!
I said that out of character. That wasn't an in-character thing.
However... It sounded very in character in the moment.
I'm not there with you. Remember, I walked
Yeah.
away. I
It
wouldn't be there to say that.
It unfortunately was funny to me, therefore I rolled.
Yeah, I suppose I'm gonna do. Oh, here, craft.
Oh yeah, crap. Yeah,
There you go. I'm gonna make a little hood.
yeah,
thing with
yeah.
this
You're
craft.
kind of just wrapping up like the horns. It's not perfect. It's not able to like hide your identity, but like you're at the very least able to kind of put the rest of your face away for now.
Yeah, I think the like desert walker kind of style. Very
Yeah,
house,
yeah.
sorry.
Mhm.
I think he probably left it at the house. It was most likely what.
Yeah.
I can't remember why I don't have it, but all my brain is telling me is it was something about the heist.
Yeah,
so most likely
I
it's in her house.
yeah. Probably like left it in Chad's room while you were all like looking around everything because you're like, huh, this is neat, and you were like just wanting to get a better look at something.
Squeezing into a bunch of vents. Something.
Yeah, something squeezed. Oh wait, no, Chad squeezed into the vent.
Yeah, Chad had a broken spine.
Chad is truly unstoppable. But yeah, so now we have effectively caught everyone back up.
We have. We're back to 0
We've done it.
after like about an hour.
It's us. What did you expect?
Yeah, that's fair. Now we're just. Lou said he was on the way
Yeah.
home.
Yes,
So-
so I would like to very much try to get at least,
Some stuff.
Yeah,
Some
I
stuff
go a
in.
little bit later.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm not. My first appointment tomorrow is until the afternoon, so
yeah.
I'm good.
I just have work. But I am more than willing to like actually continue session for a little bit longer.
So, Josiah, what do you think about everything that's going on? Everybody else is very loud about it. But you haven't really said all that much.
Oh, it is rude to talk with food in mouth, yes?
You asked, I mean, presumably yes. You asked me like I've been told yes, and that does not always mean the answer is yes, so I think the answer is yes. But maybe.
Anyway, I do not know what's going on. There is fake God. We must deal with fake God. I am worried about Fallout.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to get rid of it, frankly, because all things considered, brainwashing and memory destroying and lies is bad and should be eradicated. But we should be prepared for the fact that this place isn't going to be shadowed anymore once she's gone, right?
It is my fear.
So what are they gonna do?
They have some time. Mountains are out of way. When compared to many things. Not desolate, but not immediate priority to find.
Yeah, I'm just. I mean, they tend to comb everything all the time. They're very militant about it. Even if they don't think they're looking for something, they kind of do it for the sake of doing it, for the sake of routine.
Well, we could get Chad to just pick up village and put it somewhere else.
I mean,
You can
if
do
that's an
that.
option, that might not be the worst idea, frankly, because I think they might need to relocate.
I 100% believe Chad has the ability to do that.
You think Alexander needs new landmark?
I think so. I think Alexander or Halasari could use a new landmark.
Yeah,
Frankly,
float it down to southern states, plop it down on board near border.
Yeah, because Not that I don't think this is. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna speak for Alexander. That doesn't go well for me. But presumably, they seem like they would take people if they're not Empire folk, right? But then they would have to integrate into the cities of Alexander, which is a very different lifestyle and under sort of the control and realm of something else rather than their own lifestyle. Where if they were able to set up and just pick up their village and put it in some of the outskirts of Halasari, they've got more agency there. And like, it's really sandy and there's a lot, which is not quite the same climate, but there's a lot of open space that people aren't actually using. Although some of it they're using, but just underground.
It will be slightly hard to do bring mountain over there, but we can do it. I believe.
Yeah. I mean, the captain knows people there, right? And I actually know someone who lives there who might be able to help. The living part, that's all, Chad.
If you want question on how to defeat fake god, no idea. Going to roll with the punches.
Well, you know, I kind of believe in us in that one. Listen, it's not really what I wanted to do, but I was specifically genetically engineered to be a god killer, so I feel like we have good odds.
Point in our favor.
That is certainly a point in your favor.
This is literally what I was made for.
Definitely appreciate you two carrying the conversation while we're waiting, because I'm not there to talk.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, here's the thing. You
talking about?
you
You'll
left,
solve
but guess
problem
who
of
you...
no shroud by picking up Melton and then putting it somewhere else.
They're
Josiah,
going to Hanuman the village.
I think we should push them. We should move. We've decided that we should move the women of Calient's entire village into Halasari.
Okay. What do the women of Calient have to say about your plan?
Well, we haven't pitched it to them yet, so they have to decide that. But we're just coming up with ideas, so we don't just present them with a problem. We have solutions.
I need to talk to Tatiana pretty much right away.
Yeah, so Tatiana and Chad are currently both on their way back to the house, but we are going to cut away from them because guess who Alistair bumped into while he was grumbling and also going to the house?
Oh, jeez.
You walk outside, and Kiera looks at you and goes, "Okay, someone who might know what's going on. What was that?"
Hello, Kiara. It's been a minute. Like, literally, I just spoke to you yesterday. How did you beat us here?
We just did.
That's not an answer.
Certainly is one.
What do you
How's
need
it
to know?
feel?
You all just went quiet. What was that?
I said, what do you need to know?
So, I'm chatting with your boss, or I'm chatting with your captain.
Mm-hmm.
We're going over scheduling, we're going over tour locations, dates, and he's giving us some actually much needed advice, which I was very happy to receive. And then...
I didn't give her any advice. She asked me for advice, and then we talked about everything else.
he gave Marcus advice.
Uh-huh.
And then he ran inside, and giant shadow thing emerged. So please, just catch me up to speed on that one for me.
Right, giant shadow thing. Yeah, okay, so it's a person that goes by the name Umbrellas, who I assume is a woman. It was a female voice. They're abusing the power of Odin to essentially cloak this village in mystery and secret, which is probably the reason why the Empire haven't found it inside their own territory for all this time. Anyway, they're abusing the power of one of my patron gods, and I'm not happy about it. So I'm probably going to go try and kill them.
Understandable. Also, I have 3 questions. May I?
Yes.
First off, I don't know what order to ask them in. Huh.
Yeah, you get that a lot with us.
Weird.
Has,
This is a
has
new
everyone else walked up at this point?
Alex might be heading on his way out in a little bit. But first question is, you know about the 10th.
I am a devout sage of the 10th.
Ah, I see. That's good to know. Next, then. So you're saying that this... What word to use? This usurper, I guess, would be a good way to put it.
I mean, if you're giving them more credit than they deserve, sure.
Ouch. But accurate. So this usurper has been the one utilizing the power of Odin in order to shield the village. Okay. That makes sense. Huh. Did not know there was this amount of scale, or did not know anyone with this power on this scale in regards to Odin actually existed. So this is a development.
Indeed. I wasn't aware that there was anyone outside of, my people that had abilities on that scale before.
I bet you don't, You didn't meet the other fellow that... There haven't been too many. There have not been too many with, powers like yours and Umbralis.
Yeah, that was it.
Yep. They're around. I've heard reports, and every once in a while you still hear about people finding old artifacts and calling upon a power they did not necessarily understand but could perform. But to see, A, the fact that you know exactly what it is, which is very helpful, and B, the fact that there is someone on that kind of scale, very worrying. Though I'm
Yes,
sure
as
you
previously
and your...
stated, I'm planning on handling it.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm sure the rest of the crew's right there with you.
I hope so. I don't want to have to do it by myself.
That would be wise.
I mean, I'm still going to do it, but having help would be nice.
Oh, no, yes.
Did you have any other questions you wanted to ask me?
No, not really. Also, this is new. Normally, you guys are the ones asking us questions.
Yeah, I
This is
actually,
nice.
I'm going to break that right now. I do have one question I wanted to ask you.
Yeah?
Yes or no? Do you know what I am?
Do you know
Plus
what you
twoing
are?
this. No.
What is this?
So this would be a
Empathy.
this would be an empathy check.
I am unlikely. It's unlikely I'm going to get
And
this.
I
but
plus two'd this, so it's a 6.
I am also going to plus 2 just in case, because if I roll
The Hail Mary.
the Hail Mary, I did not roll the Hail Mary.
Okay. They do not know what you are.
According to me, they don't.
According
I
to
didn't
you, they
catch
don't.
that she was lying. I just kind of look at her, and I feel like something's off, but I nod my head and I just accept that, and I go,
Sometimes it's hard to tell what's going. So here's the thing about Kira. They're always smiling, so it's not easy to tell when they're taking things seriously.
yeah.
Sometimes
So-
sometimes you can tell when it's serious. Other times might be serious to you, might not be serious to them.
Yeah, I just look at Kiara, and despite the feeling, I take them at their word, and I just go, Right. Have a good night. I have to go deal with something.
And I think we need to pack up and see if any of our equipment got broken during that commotion. Also, have you seen Kevin?
Last time I saw him, he was on stage with you.
Gotcha. Okay, looking for him next too. Thank you. And
Good night.
they walk off with Marcus.
I'm just gonna head back to Tatiana's house.
All right, so cutting back to the rest of the crew.
Yes, that is us.
You are leaving the longhouse, heading back to Tatiana's place, I believe, because you need to talk with her about this plan.
Yeah, we should go pitch this to the women of
Yeah.
Calient.
You all arrive. It's not too far of a walk from the longhouse. Where is Alistair when they pull up?
When you arrive, he's literally already on the roof, like legs crossed, like hands on knees. Just he's in a very meditative position.
So he's up there. The lights are on in the house. You see Tatiana as you walk in, just like tossing a set of sheets onto a couch and like just, putting whatever guests might need in order to just crash for a night out.
Archie's walks over to the vent, pulls out his mask. Ah, here it is.
Do you want to roll stealth? Do you want to roll stealth? I think you should roll stealth. Hope you don't mind.
Oh no!
I think
She did terrible, but you really suck.
So here's the thing. You're
got a
doing
couple
fine.
extra
No,
limbs
you've
right
been
now.
doing fine the entire time. Like, okay, you knew she was like, okay, she was over in this room, which is behind like this wall. You have a chance to be able to like go and like hop up, reach under the vent, grab the mask out from it, and like hit the ground. And you're like, okay, cool. You go over and you're trying to be so sneaky that somehow you know how a rug that's old will start to curl up, or a new rug will curl up on the corners.
Mhm.
Yeah, you trip over a rug, and like as you're leaving, like you've gotten your mask, you're by the vent, you trip over the corner of a rug, fall, and she comes over around the corner to see what's going on, sees you, the open vent, the mask in your hand, she just goes, "What?"
I don't even know if he would trip on a rug. I feel like his horns are just like way bigger than they usually are, so he
Oh.
stuck his head in the
He-
vent and then didn't realize that it would like getting it back out again. would be much
You know what? I like that one more. Your head is stuck in the vent, and she's like, "Huh?" Captain Augusto,
Yes?
come see this.
I walk in and see this sight in front of me that I totally was paying attention for.
Arjun got his
Ar-
head stuck in the vent.
Argent's head is stuck in an air duct.
He vented.
Why is it so much smaller than it was this morning?
Tatiana, hear that?
Why do you have intimate knowledge of the size of the vents in my house, child?
I just kind of look at Tatiana and be like, really, in all honesty, this is just kind of what it's like to travel with this kid. Maybe he has intimate knowledge of the vents in your house. Maybe he's just good at estimating it. I've never been able to get the handle on this. That's not a lie, Tintin. I was not aware of what happened in the building.
Roll rapport! Roll rapport! I love how you can save face like this.
I should really level rapport. All right, plus 2ing that 4.
Beautiful.
All right, success with style. She completely believes you. Okay, that's entirely fair. And yet, it's smaller now. His head is stuck in that vent, meaning he thought he could fit.
Someone fix it. I mean, I can fix it, but I don't want to blow up her house.
Truly impressive.
You will not let that child blow up my house.
That's like all I know is how to.
She's just
destroy
looking
things.
at Alex like, I am done with his shit right now. Get him out. He can stay in the house, but he cannot be in the vents.
He's just like clawing at the wall, like make it go.
And if he damages the drywall, so help me God, I just had to plaster a hole already.
Wait, is there a story behind that? I'm not here, so I can't say anything.
Does Alex want to ask about that story, or does Alex want to get him out of the hole?
Alex wants to get him out of the hole.
Please give me a physique check.
Josiah, help me with this.
Of course.
Do not just yank the boy out of the hole. Be deliberate, but still a little gentle.
I will be careful.
Just imagine Josiah pulls as hard as he can.
Yeah, no, I'm worried that
It's just
what's going to
half a
happen
boy?
is... Yeah, no, that is exactly what I'm worried about. Josiah's going to yank.
Pull
Argent
an Argent
torso
from
is
the
going
ankles.
to come out of the hole.
We've seen him pull off extremities before. It has happened.
I will be strong but careful.
Have we got this boy out of our bad hentai plot?
You have pulled the boy out of the hole in the wall, yes.
I think
There's
the
so many
question is
things
not,
wrong
is he
with
out
what
of
you
the
just
hole?
said.
But is there now? Because the way I was imagining he got stuck is he wanted to go back and like fish hook because his horns curl backwards.
Yeah.
But he like fish hook.
Like the
So he
harder
just
you try
leaned
to.
on him. He
Yep.
probably just blew a hole in the wall. Just like 2 like horn-sized burrows in the wall.
I just look over at Josiah. Remember when we got here and you helped someone else fix a hole in the wall?
I
pretty
will
sure
get
that-
my tools.
I'm pretty sure that hole in the wall was also caused by Arjun.
It
Yeah.
was.
It's always him.
Uzziah starts patting down in his pocket, see if he's got anything.
I mean, you have a stunt called right tool for the job. You got this.
But does he want to use it?
It's the end of the session. I
Yes,
hope
it
so.
is. The gang returns, and unfortunately, Argent is still stuck in the vent. Yeah. You're able to, how do you describe to me?
It's a metal vent, right?
Yep.
So you know how so there's like dents and grooves in the vent, and it's whatever.
Yeah.
Uzziah takes out what is actually his mobile little like personal teapot. He's boiling some water for some godforsaken reason. Once it's done, he pours it all over the fucked up area. And he pulls out another weirdo doohickey device that's just a hemisphere of something. Plops it on, you hear a sound, and it just kind of chunks back into the place and pops back into its normal position. There. Easy.
I want to know what that is and where you got it.
What did you do?
It's metal. You heat it up, it becomes bendable. And depending on how it's constructed, you can just kind of pop it back into place, if lucky.
Huh.
The latest tool from Soul Tech.
Don't mind Josiah here acting like he's got like every certification in HVAC.
Well, we lost our crafting guy, so he's our new crafting guy.
Yeah, it was really fortunate that we had 2 crafting guys.
Yeah. That is fair, actually. Isaiah and Solomon work together on several things.
Big tag team energy. Well, your wall's fine. No.
I like to imagine the horrible metal screeching sound that occurred as Josiah was pulling you out, and
Oh
your
god.
Mhm.
Yeah.
horns were just ripping a slice in the vent.
It was not a good sound, not whatsoever.
I mean,
Good thing it didn't
Tatiana
have to
witnessed
break
that
out.
entire thing as well. What's she thinking?
Josiah, yes?
Yes.
Do you happen to have a screwdriver in that arm of yours?
Yes,
Uh,
a pinky finger
yes.
turns into a screwdriver.
May I borrow it?
What size? What type?
Hex 1/8.
You see his hand kind of open up like a flower, and there's a bunch of weird gears just kind of shifting. You hear a few click, 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 click sounds, and then suddenly a small screwdriver head pops out. He takes it, and it's just like a piece of metal, like a metal rod, and he pulls another kind of thing out of his pockets, and it's just a handle with an insert that he pops it in. Here you go.
Thank you. She walks past Josiah and past Argent over to the vent and proceeds to put all the screws back in place.
Saying nothing about it scare me more.
Thank you, Josiah. She hands you the screwdriver back.
Put it back, and the hand reforms into a hand and not the monstrosity that it was.
We seriously
that
are
was
just a
kind of awesome.
floating clown show.
Now then,
We really are not showing our best first impression, are we?
I don't know about you, but I am.
no,
Josiah's making a great first impression.
No,
Yeah.
I think you need to understand your true. This is what I feel is a more honest impression, whereas your real first impression was juggling in front of my house for 45 minutes and then shooting apparently what are the most expensive juggling balls ever created.
Yeah, that's
So
what he shot
that's-
his balls.
Expensive in sentimental value.
I'm so
In
sad that
physical
Kier isn't
value-
here. So yes, this is not necessarily a better first impression, more of just a now I understand.
To be quite honest, it's usually not this bad.
Well, apparently you 5 have managed to do, or yes, apparently you 5
Yeah, fuck.
have managed to. For a moment, I didn't want to include my son in that list, but I understand that he's a part of your crew, and that's his decision. And
I'm glad she realized that, because on that out-of-game level, I thought we hadn't convinced her yet.
I went with it.
Good. I'm glad.
Within the
Yes,
last
good
night,
heart in the wanderer's soul.
I'm very glad that you see that, Josiah. I ask that you... She turns to you. If you could please continue to keep an eye on him, I would deeply appreciate that.
It's no worries.
He
He is not the biggest problem in crew. The puck put hand on Archie's head. He might get lost in big cities sometimes, but he take care of himself.
You know what? I don't think I can defend myself.
Hey,
now.
Uzziah, do you want a fate point?
Yes.
All right, roll provoke.
Oh no. Sure.
Okay, cool. So you say we've let him. He has gotten lost in big city a few times, but he is good. She looks at you, and her eyes just go cold. Her face goes rigid, and she just says, "You let my son get lost in a city like Alexandria. Not because it's a bad place. How did you find him again?"
Ramu is the god of the skies and the storms. His gaze sees all, and his gaze guides all.
Also, I just look around for him. He's like 8 feet tall.
That too. It helps.
Yeah.
He's taking a shower.
Well, I
Also,
mean,
you
no,
can
that was
usually
like
go to food.
explaining how I find him.
Oh, yes, yes.
Follow the food.
I'm glad to hear that you all...
He likes to wander, and unfortunately, it can be hard to catch within the first 10 seconds, but we normally find him within like a minute. It's not like he's on the other side of the island or anything.
That is good to know. That is very good to know.
I mean, except for that one time when we went to go fight a bunch of monks on the other side of the island. But like usually,
Who sent
Roll
him there?
provoke
Yeah, hold on.
and get a fate point.
yeah, you're welcome. I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, I know you did.
And my provoke's kind of phenomenal.
What the fuck?
Wow, you aced your provoke roll.
Are you gonna let's not fucking kill his mom accidentally?
No, no, no.
Just Tatiana has a
No,
heart
mental
attack.
combat won't kill her. That'll just do
Piss her
worse
off.
things to her.
She looks at Arjun, and then she just kind of like stops acknowledging him. It's just like, I suggest we don't have too much space, but I have sleeping bags, and the rugs generally make the floor a little more comfortable than it would be otherwise. I would like to just suggest that one of you stay with this one for my sanity.
Alistair, that's normally your job, but I'd say bang up job so far tonight.
I'm not in the room.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
on the
right, okay.
roof.
Okay,
I scoop up Argent like a wet cat. Gotta hold them like just under my arm, like by their stomach, so they're just kind of like limply like carried like that.
Hey, what have I said about the manhandling?
you're not a man yet.
That's just mean.
That wasn't in game though.
Okay.
That'd be a bit mean in game, yeah.
Too tiny.
We do not want to dogpile on the PCs. Now then, I believe that aside from now that lodging is effectively handled, you have something you'd like to talk to me about, and Chad has something he'll need to speak with you about as well.
Yeah, but real first, because I know this is going to be one of the things weighing on your mind the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
You know exactly what I'm doing. The low resources roll isn't because it's not there, it's because I'm tired of pulling this bookshelf out. But it's still high enough.
It is
I
still...
don't know why you still pull out the whole bookshelf. You could just reach in and grab a book.
Comedic effect.
For
Also, I'm
the
pulling-
bit.
I'm giving her like 6 books. I pull out, I reach into my pockets, the pockets expand, my entire torso goes into the pockets, And with a heavy heave, I come out of the pocket carrying the large bookshelf and just set it down.
I really want to know how Tatiana reacts to this. Normally, it doesn't matter, but this specific scenario, I need to know.
Tell me, Uzziah. Can Ramu reveal to me whether or not this is merely some vision that I am seeing in my dreams, or if I am currently living in reality?
As soon as you said, "Tell me," was I like he's about to say, "I fear I am the one that is having vision."
He is a granter of wisdom and sometimes answers. I knock on the wood. Bonk, bonk. Quite real to me.
Unfortunate, but also good. Thank you, Uzziah.
What's Chad's color again? Pink.
Chad's hot pink.
I point to the bookshelf and say, "Any of these books that have a pink binding on them involve stories of your son. If you would like to know exactly what he has gotten up to since he left."
May I take some?
That's why I pulled this heavy ass bookshelf out. Yes.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted me to just borrow them or if I could keep them.
I mean, you can borrow them for now. I don't think I'm going to need these back, but like, something is writing stories about me and my crew. I have a feeling I might want to be holding on to them. But for
Oh.
now, yes, you can take them to read them at the very least.
Okay.
I love that Tatiana's just not sure if this isn't a really bad acid trip.
Yeah, yeah. Your son likes to dive underground, talk to moles. The man with the clown pants can pull out a giant library. I am a dragon. He talks to God. We just roll with it.
Oh no, I just realized that the story of Chad's rampage is in those books.
I was going to say, she opens one of the books, which is a very thin, maybe like a very thin volume compared to a lot of the others. And oddly enough, is a paperback, somehow. She opens it and just starts reading. The air stood across the bridge from 3 armored soldiers. Reads a little more. Flips a page. Oh.
Sure, we should be giving her unfiltered access to Chad's dirty laundry.
He literally bit a man's throat out.
If you'll remember, where did he bite a man's throat out? Roll lore if you'd like to.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I'd like to point out, the books tend to have very flowery dialogue. This isn't Warhammer 40k.
Mm-hmm. It's not super dark. It is more abstract.
Yeah.
Tintin, where was it?
Oh no, it was on the Isle of Blitz. He fought 3 armored soldiers on the bridge.
The monks that I mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah, it all comes back to the monks.
You're welcome.
Thank you. But yeah, she's just like, I'm glad to see that my son can handle himself in a fight, though I didn't expect him to take to it so quickly.
He got surprisingly good at it. Glad we're friends.
I'm glad that I, at the very least, trust you enough to know that.
Also, if you see any books with this sort of design, binding, and coloring, please let me know, because I point to the 3 at the bottom. Those ones don't open yet, which means they haven't happened yet. And I at least like to have an idea of where the threads of fate are going.
I understand.
Does she?
I know, I'm going to say that out loud. Are you really sure you do?
I'm just going to put the books to the side and Pray to the winds that somehow you figure out that I have more.
Now then, yes, there is something else I'd like to talk to you about that isn't about the route my life seems to be taking. Oh, wait a minute. I also grab the first book in the row and say, what was her name, Tintin? The butcher who I'm friends with?
Kurt.
Yeah, if you want to know the story about how Kurt got that giant dragon head in her or in her meat shop, this is when we took care of that. Let's call it pleasure reading about your friends.
I see.
Can I?
You cut out.
Can I
You-
read that one?
You already have Zaragoza, or not Zaragoza, no, yeah, Zaragoza read it out loud to us.
Yeah, but I didn't have the context at the time.
What is the context?
The context was that it's you and that other things. Other things context.
I hand the book to Argent and say, you got 12 hours.
Right. I was just like, yeah, I didn't know it was like a real story. Also, big smile, lots of sharp pointy teeth. This is new too, and this is about dragons, so I want to know. It's in a scrubby little hand.
Tintin, we're gonna have to go deep in depth about what that book says, because
Yeah,
it's not really. It is not
that
pulling
book's
punches
gonna
about
have to
us
be-
being the hero.
That book's gonna have to be a good one. That's gonna have to be a fully read one by me.
Yeah.
But for now,
Now's a good time to wrap up. But
yeah, I
we
was
do
gonna
need
say, I
to,
fear we have gone as
we
far
do
as
need
we
to at
can.
least bring up the fact that we have something that might endanger the entire village.
Yes.
I mean, we can bring up the move.
So, as I said earlier, before the book discussion began, we need to talk.
Mhm.
Chad and I must. There's something Chad and I are going to have to bring to your attention, and I'm fairly certain that you're already working on something of your own. But I want to make sure that we're working together on this and not just running blindly into a problem that we could fix if we just work together.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up, because normally, places I go to aren't that, let's say, insightful.
Here, you have to be.
It's a nice change of pace. I greatly appreciate it.
Now then, I'll let you start.
So, from what my associates have told me, the women of Calient have been shrouded in mist by one Umbrellas? Correct?
Yes.
And they seem to be claiming to be a false god, a, let's just say, less than well-known entity named Odin. And we probably need to take care of that,
Good.
which is, as you know, though, being shrouded in Umbrellas' mist has also prevented you from having to deal with the fact that there is a very evil and oppressive empire all around where the women of Calient live.
Oh, you think I'm not aware?
I'm just double checking that you're aware and understand that if we take care of Umbrellas, that is suddenly going to be significantly more of a problem.
Well, I do certainly understand.
And I look over at the two of you, Alistair and Argent.
You, yeah.
Alistair is still on the roof.
I
It's
say
Josiah.
that every single time. Josiah and Argent. We may have a solution involving Chad that really involves moving your entire village brick
What the
by
fuck are
brick.
you eating? What? That is literally a cup. What the fuck?
Yeah, brick by brick, or maybe all at once. There was point where he showed very strong use of
The heck are you
powers and blessings of Titan. You see,
Huh.
Prac-
He's very strong in the abilities granted to him by the other side of his family. And I fully believe that he could move this entire village across the continent if he wanted to.
She's just absolutely surprised and somewhat terrified by that statement, but okay.
However, for reasons that should be self-explanatory, we felt it was best to run it by the city or the village leader before we hatched a plan involving moving your village out of where it is.
Okay. You know what? You can eat the cup.
Understood. That's going to be something that I'll have to bring up a little bit more come morning. But that's good to know. It's rather absurd, and it's quite the solution, but it might just work, so I think I'd give it a try.
And there's a lot of space in the desert that is unoccupied.
Yeah, but there's space that's not in the desert that's unoccupied too.
That's true. That's true.
We don't have to give them the worst housing possible.
It's just usually less unoccupied. And if you pick up, if you're gonna pick up the, if you're gonna move there, that's like fine. But if you pick up the entire landscape and you try and put it on like a jungle, then you just kind of eradicate the entire landscape.
I mean, we can look at a map and figure out specifics after we take care of the, Tintin. What is the practical name for the murder of a god?
Deicide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of interesting fungus that is really good for eating and lots of other weird purposes and like practical
Is there
purposes
anything else
that
we need
grows
to
in the
talk about,
desert.
Tintin? Because I have
No.
something I need to take care of.
Understood. But no, at this point, nothing else. Everything else, rather, is going to have to start next time.
All right, good session, everyone.
Yep.
Handshakes then.
Yeah, that was
Caught
good.
up. Everything's good.
I'm glad we had a session.
That's unfortunate that Lou never managed to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but next time, baby.
Next time,
Mhm.
baby.
Soon. We got this soon.
All right,
Yeah,
Tintin, take us off the air.
Yeah.